Yeah, so the last event obviously being the front carry into the power stairs, very good event for me. Power stairs, I do feel like on my day I'm probably one of the best in the world.
But this year it's unique. The implements are, I believe, oil rig parts. I'm really looking forward to doing the last event, the iron cross into the power stairs, because it's moving events. I feel like that's my specialty.
I'm really excited about the single finger to be removed and the front carry taking its place. Having that will probably going for the first place finish, but I'm doing nothing less than fourth in this event for sure.
So I feel confident with the front carry and power stairs. One, it's, we're moving oil rig parts. I'm from Texas, so that's a typical day for me.
I can figure out on the fly how to move the best and get through it the most efficiently so that I'll have the air to get through that 600 quickly on the power stairs.
Front carries have always been good in the past. Power stairs are a really good event for me. I mean, I'm tall, I've got the levers for it all and stuff as well, so it's this last event is a very good one for me to finish.
That is a lot of people who think this is going to be a very good event for them with a lot on the line. But quick side note, Austin Andrade, yes, he's from Texas. All they do is move oil rig parts, but he's a residential appraiser. So like, what kind of residential appraising is he doing that he's moving oil rig parts all day?
Yeah, he's going to some strange places. But, there's a lot of confident men before the contest started. They have gone through 7 brutal, brutal events. Their bodies are battered. How confident are they now when it comes to this final event? Maxime was saying 4th place minimum. Let's see how he does.
The overall standings picture, 1.5 points is the difference between Lucas Hatton and Evan Singleton. That means that Evan needs to beat Lucas and put at least one person in between them. Both of these people in this opening pairing, Maxime Boudreau and Nick Guardione, are threats to do just that.
Yes, nothing is guaranteed yet. As you said, this event very different to the last few. Less about brute power, lots more athleticism needed. Guardione and Maxime Boudreau both feeling confident.
90-second time cap. We are unlikely to need that at the highest levels here. Nearly 400 pounds on that oil rig. It's 39 inches wide by 37 inches tall. It's about as wide as a standard door.
Something I like that Nick said, he's good at figuring objects out. That's important for this because although it's a familiar event, they're objects that they haven't used before. And Nick Guardione sprinting off. No problem at all there on the front carry. Onto that first step. Flying up with his first weight. Now Maxime catching up. Maxime going ahead with this first implement.
And remember, these oil rig parts on the power stairs don't swing like a typical power stair weight does.
They also
you've got
stick
to
out
use
much
your
further
force.
than other implements we've seen before. So they've got to be careful they don't catch the lip on those steps. But Maxime Boudreau making short work of this. He is the first man to finish.
In 35 seconds unofficially, and then Guardione comes behind him. He will finish in 43.
Great start from our first 2 athletes. The big names will be backstage getting nervous.
Laz, what's it feel like to stand at the top of the power stairs after an event?
Look, it's such a great way to finish a contest. You've put yourself through everything, and then to know that that's it, you've completed every single event. You get the cheer from the crowd. Often you see the guys embrace, they want to do the best they can. They want to beat each other, but they're friends as well afterwards. The interesting thing is the top guys sitting backstage because they are watching each of these athletes go, and the more athletes that do well, the more pressure will build.
Take another look at Maxime Boudreau.
Nick Guardione was the one that sprinted off first, but Maxime was so fast on those power stairs. Really effective technique. Great performance there.
£390 on that iron cross. 530, 580 are the weights on those oil rig power stair implements.
Closing thoughts of Nick Guardione. I want to be able to say, Nick,
Does anything change? You talked about the guys sitting in the back. Does anything change in their minds having seen people attack this event as quickly as they just did?
Really, all you'll be thinking is, I've got to attack it now. You know, you don't have the option to just plod through and finish. They've seen fast times go. They'll be thinking, okay, I cannot give anything. Going to pick this implement up, sprint down the course, get onto those power stairs. It's not the heaviest event. We've seen very, very heavy events this weekend. This is possibly the lightest event we've seen of the whole competition. It's about getting it done. They're in a fatigue state, but it's one final push. What was our time there? 30?
35 to beat unofficial.
So the top guys are thinking this is going to be 35 seconds max of pain. Get it done, and then I can enjoy it. I can rest afterwards.
37.76 is the updated official time for Maxime Boudreau. As Guardione and Boudreau head off, Brian Shaw is telling the crowd that Liberty Energy is the sponsor of this event, and that is true, but it also brings the event a nice local tie to it. If you're not from Colorado, certainly if you're not from the country, Colorado is one of the top 5 oil-producing states in the U.S., so having these oil rig parts really kind of bring this home. Greeley County is actually the biggest oil-producing county in the state, right next door. So you're looking at these contraptions. They're not real oil rig.
They made these up
pieces,
specifically
right,
for this contest.
They're pieces, but you wouldn't like find it constructed like this on an oil rig.
They've put them together specifically for this competition, and they look pretty damn cool.
Like, how can I take this and put it together to make somebody's life miserable?
Eddie Williams coming up next as well. He's someone that said he's looking forward to this event, loves the moving events. We saw that in day one where he won the frame carry into the arm over arm.
Getting the handles all chalked up. 37.76 seconds is again the time to beat. The frame carry, or the front carry rather, is, as we just saw from the first race, a little bit of just an impediment. It's a stumbling block on way to the power stairs.
Yeah, how much can we annoy you before we get to the power stairs?
Bryce Johnson talked about the best way to find carrying this thing without it bothering you. It seems like guys found a pretty good way.
I'll tell you what though, we've seen some guys with bruised up arms. They're going to be sore. It's not going to be nice carrying this. Both men a little bit slower, I think, than our first pair. But both safely through those front carries.
And that oil rig piece does have to land on the pad and stay on the pad. And now 5:30 going up the power stairs.
Dewinski looking really solid on this first implement up the steps. Sprints down, he's onto the second already.
Little stumble by Eddie Williams. He is able to get that weight up there. 37.76 is the time to beat for Wes Derwinski.
Closing in on that time.
He's got to go.
Can he do it? It's going to be close.
It will be very close.
Eddie Williams just starting to fatigue right at the end then. He's got 2 more steps to go. 1 to go. Come on, Eddie, finish it.
Big drive.
Yes.
57 seconds unofficial for Eddie Williams. And we'll await an official input on the score to find out if Derwinski is your new leader or not.
2 more finishes.
But it is all of these times starting to log in the back of Lucas Hatton and Evan Singleton's minds. We talk the overall race picture. Does this event favor Evan more than it does Lucas just from a head-to-head standpoint?
Absolutely. This is an event that Evan excels in. The advantage that Lucas has is he doesn't need to beat Evan. As long as he comes 1 place behind him, he will win this contest. So it's Evan that wants more and more people going as fast as possible to give him a chance of potentially 1 or 2 getting between them.
This is officially a 38.3 time for Wes. Maxime is still the best at 37.76, but if that's kind of the cluster of top times, and we'll see how it holds up as we go, it means that there are now 2 people within a very close range to each other. Let's go down to Neil real quick.
Dowinski. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with Wesley Dowinski of Canada. Got a little win on that heat. Mate, some people said it was too heavy. It wasn't too heavy for you.
There's no show else in the world with weights this heavy. And we're out here, thanks to this awesome crowd, pushing the absolute limits.
And ladies and gentlemen, we've also got Eddie Williams. Let's get some final thoughts from Eddie. Mate, strongest man on earth, 2025 in the history books for you. It is done, it is dusted. How's your experience been here in the United States of America?
I'm stoked to finish this competition. No injuries, but I feel like I've still got more in the tank. So I'm heading in the right direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think Wes wants a little word with you.
I think Eddie wants 2 more events. Maybe next year we do 10 events instead of 8.
Hey, don't give him any ideas. Ladies and gentlemen, Wesley Dowinski and Eddie Williams.
Laz, as we were saying, if those times are really packed together, Max at 37 seconds, 38 for Wes Dowinski here, if you get to the final and you need bodies between your final 2 guys, seconds, I mean milliseconds really start to matter, and you can watch Lucas Hatton's lead vanish instantly.
Absolutely. You know, it's going to just keep adding that pressure. But Lucas Hatton needs to stay focused. He's in the driver's seat. He's in first place. Right now, all he's got to focus on is doing the best he can. We will deal with all those other possibilities afterwards.
That's for us media types to talk
I know.
about.
It's fun to think about. And they will be feeling that pressure. You know, I've been in that position before where you sat backstage, you're watching guys go, and you don't wish bad on your opponents, but you sometimes think, okay, it'd be nice if you don't finish. So I know if I just finish, I'm doing enough. That's not happening. These guys are all finishing and finishing in fast times.
This is a 90-second time cap. I mean, we haven't needed half. 3 of the 4 guys haven't needed half of that time to finish. It'll be Foytu against Spurgeon. We have 7 total pairings. You're less racing against the guy across from you as you are the clock. It just gives you somebody to physically see.
You do get distracted by that. The peripheral of someone being ahead of you, that's distracting. Sometimes it works well, it makes you go faster. Other times it can be intimidating.
And a good start for Spurgeon. Foytu hit the gas right after that. Both men in less than 10 seconds make it over to the power stairs.
Something up with Foytu there.
Yeah, Foytu looked at the first weight and said no. Spurgeon is going to it here at the 530-pound weight.
Gets the first implement to the top of the stairs.
Looks like Spurgeon should have no trouble finishing. He still has a minute to go, but his time will not factor in.
He's looking tired now as well.
Now that 580-pound, that 50-pound jump was big.
Done very well in his first big international. These power stairs, just too much for him on this occasion. And our first pair not to finish the power stairs.
Those are 15-inch power stairs.
And those are 2 of our shorter athletes as well. So height definitely helps on an event like this. If you can get more clearance, makes it a little bit more comfortable.
We will see Tom Stoltman next, and he basically said, listen, all I have to do is stand up.
and Tom is very good at these type of events.
Another look back. Made quick work of the front carry. And mind you, that is nearly 400 pounds.
Yeah, these are big, awkward objects.
how much does it matter that you can't really get the swinging motion of a hinge that you usually see on these weights?
It's not too much of a big issue. As we've seen with like the first two pairs, the 4 athletes all finished no problem at all. It's just having the ability to adapt sometimes, and that's a key point to being a good strongman. You have to look at these objects, think, okay, I've just got to adapt slightly to overcome a different object that you're used to.
Here are the head-to-heads. We'll go into Tristan Hoth versus Tom Stoltman next. Again, expecting Stoltman to set a pretty good time. 37.76 by Maxime Boudreau is the number to beat. And then we start to get into the scores that really matter here at the end. Mitchell and Evans will be key, but it all comes down to Singleton and Hatton. Here is the 3-time world's strongest man, the Albatross, Tom Stoltman. And I wouldn't count out Hoth on this event because what we saw him with the frame carry.
Super fast on that frame. We know he can move. Different type of moving event, this one. Tom has the height. Tom has that issue with the bicep. I think he picked that up around the stones. Hopefully nothing that causes any substantial pain for him. He's up, no problem.
And he's off. Stoltman competing with a battered and bruised right bicep. But he is the first man to drop the oil rig. And now to the power stairs at 530 pounds. He went to the wrong one first.
Small mistake there, but he can make up for it as he is good at power stairs. Look how easy he's getting this implement up. But Tristan Hoth, though,
cruising.
Almost with him.
37.76 is the time to beat. I don't know if that's going to become a number that either can catch.
I just think that height that Tristan doesn't have the height of Tom Stoltman, and you can see with this heavier implement, just makes it a little more awkward to get up these steps. Tom Stoltman also struggling, normally really quick on this type of event. And it shows how good our first 4 athletes were.
I mean, Maxime Boudreau at this point is an MVP.
He said top 4 minimum. He could well be right. So far, Maxime is staying in the lead, and Tristan Hoth has snuck in front of Tom Stoltman.
Yeah, in 66 seconds, and then jumps right in to get Stoltman across the finish line. And he won't. So Stoltman taps out. Hoth with a triumphant finish. And we have 3 races left.
It's getting exciting.
Let's see if we can get a word with these 2 gentlemen. All right, guys, I'm here with Tristan Hoth, Tom Stoltman. Gentlemen, heck of a battle, man. Tristan, how you feeling with that event finished? That wraps up your 2025 Strongest Man on Earth. What do you think, buddy?
Yeah, overall, very happy. The competition's been amazing. The crowd, you guys have been awesome. And I got an event win and finished this. I didn't do it last year, so very happy.
That's awesome, man. Awesome. Give it up for Tristan Hoth. Big Tom Stoltman, I'm standing here, man. I can see the bruising on your arm. You're banged up, but you are a warrior. You came out and laid it out here, brother. How you feeling?
Yeah, I was scared of the front card. I couldn't pick up in backstage, but I tried my best, and I didn't give up, and that's what I tried to put a show on for the fans today, so that was the main goal.
Absolutely. How do you feel finishing up this contest, buddy? Do you feel good? I know you're probably a little bit disappointed with the finish, but tell us how you're feeling.
Yeah, I feel all right. I mean, I tried my best. This time was giving me grief, and I pushed. And I can't beat these guys when they're on fire today. So yeah, I made the best man win. It's going to be an exciting end to this competition.
100%. Well, give it up for Tristan Holt and Tom Stoltman. Absolutely.
Yeah, Tom Stoltman, you can see a little bit of disappointment in his face there, but he is a warrior, kept battling to the very end. He'll be back. Tristan Hoth with a great finish to the contest. Amazing to see him take an event win. He's really performed exceptionally well all weekend.
It sets up our final 3 races as we see Hoth, and we talk about personal battles all week. For Tristan Hoth to say, hey, I didn't finish the power stairs last year. This year I did. That's personal progression, it's personal wins.
He's come here, he's won an event outright. He's performed exceptionally well. Great weekend for the Canadian.
Our next race is our first one that will have direct podium implications. Obviously, some of these contenders can impact where everything winds up, but now we're talking about guys that could wind up on the podium. We've got Bryce Johnson going against Austin Andrade. Johnson's a long shot. He's 10 points out, but Andrade is 3.5 points out of the podium. Still a little bit of a long shot at this point in the game, but he's got a lot to compete for.
What he needs to do is aim to beat Maxime Boudreau's time. Not worry about what anyone else does. Give it his all, and then he'll have to sit back and watch. The first job is beat Maxime.
Bryce Johnson, who won on the manhood stones. Andrade also performed fantastic on the manhood stones. That was his best finish so far, coming in 3rd.
And when I say his target has to be Maxime, that's a tough target. Maxime really, really excelled on this event. However, that has to be the attitude. You've got to be thinking, that's my target. I'm going to go for this. Take the risk, move quickly.
37.76 seconds is the time to beat. Andrade is the first one to drop the oil rig, although Johnson beats him to the power stairs, 530 pounds.
And that height that Johnson has, making short work of these power stairs. Andrade a little bit shorter, massive, massive legs on him. Not ideal when it comes to an event like this.
Johnson has to move, but Boudreau is within reach. I don't know if he's going to get there. Maxime Boudreau's time of 37 seconds is 580-pound oil
is
rig
kicking in there.
Yeah.
He started really well. He's going to finish, but it's a slower time. But he does finish. Bryce Johnson completes the course. Austin Andrade has come to a grinding halt there. Gets a little bit more. Still fighting.
And now we talk about the Hatton-Singleton matchup as kind of a head-to-head, but if they run into this kind of trouble, it wide opens the door for a couple other people.
We still don't know what's going to happen. We don't know who's taking the title.
And Andrade has 5 seconds. He does finish the power stairs.
Oh, great effort there. Didn't see him finishing 20 seconds ago. I thought he was done, but he kept fighting right to the end. And he gets that finish and gets to stand on top of the podium.
That's some of the future of strongman standing there too.
Very much so. Look at this. The big American Bryce Johnson eating up the course. He really moved well with this first implement. Just that fatigue kicks him. He's a huge, huge man. We're at altitude here. But it's been a hell of a weekend for this man. And he is establishing himself as one of the best on the planet right now.
Competition is in the books for both Andrade and Johnson. And they are with Brian Shaw.
All right, guys. What a battle. What a finish. First up, Bryce Johnson. Tell us how you're feeling, big dog.
I'm feeling great. It was an honor to come out and compete in front of you guys.
Well, I'll tell you what. This last event, you got to dig in, and you found a little burst right there at the end, Austin. You got it done right in front of this crowd. How did that feel to finish up the power stairs?
That was awesome. Last year I didn't even get to the last implement, so finishing that was a big step for me. I'm proud of myself on that.
Absolutely. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. Contest was hard. Contest was heavy. We got a little bit of blood coming out. Yeah, blood, sweat, and tears. That's the best way to put it. Wrapping it up, Bryce, tell me your thoughts.
I feel like it went great overall. I'm excited to come back here again.
Well, I think the crowd's excited to see you, man. Austin, tell me your thoughts, man.
There's a couple things I wish would have went my way, but proud of my performance. Proud to showed up. Thanks for having me out here, B. It's awesome. And the crowd's amazing. Y'all are beautiful. And just want to keep on performing for y'all.
Well, I'll tell you what, give it up for these two warriors, laying it out here, giving their all, making it happen. Proud of you guys. Good work, good work.
Austin Andrade, a former winner of the Shaw Classic Open Division. Hopefully one day for him, in his future, he winds up on the top of this podium. But it gives us this look at our overall standings as our final four competitors are the top four. Hatton and Singleton separated by 1 point. Evans is another half point behind, and then Trey Mitchell 4 points behind the lead.
We are in for the most exciting finish we've seen. Trey Mitchell has a lot of work to do. How much can he dig deep and perform on this one? Thomas Evans, he's on the podium. Can he finish on that podium? And the battle between Evan Singleton and Lucas Hatton. So much to play for, so much pressure. Starts with this man here, Trey Mitchell, examining all things here. He wants to get everything right.
Each point on the leaderboard, or each spot on the leaderboard, is worth 1 point. We're not going to have ties. They're coming down to hundredths of seconds here, so everything's going to be true. 1 point. Trey Mitchell needs to be as fast as humanly possible if he wants a chance, because he needs to put 4 people between himself and everyone ahead of him.
It's a big ask, but yeah, that's got to be his target right now.
Evans also needs to be fast, but to a lesser degree, only needing to make up 1.5 points.
Evans needs to be focusing on finishing. He's never finished this before. That has to be his target. Finish this, give himself a chance of that podium, potentially more.
He expects major improvements in himself from years past on the power stairs.
Two of our bigger men, not known as the fastest athletes on the planet. They are going to need to be rapid right now.
A near 400-pound oil rig front carry. It's taken athletes anywhere between 8 to 10 seconds. Podium implications. Here we go.
Thomas Evans moving nicely with this front carry. Trey a little bit slower, but it really doesn't matter too much about this. It's coming down to the power stairs. How quickly can they get up these stairs? Trey needs to move fast. He's walking between implements. That is not enough.
The time to beat is 37.76 seconds. Thomas Evans is moving fast enough to do it. He's got to go, though. Hustle down the stairs. 10 seconds till the time to beat. And this is going to be a 580-pound lift, and Maxime Boudreau is getting faster and faster by the second.
Maxime Boudreau's time has come and gone. But now, Thomas Evans needs to fight. He wants to be on that podium at the end of the day. If he finishes this, he could secure that. But no, he goes down there. Trey is catching up.
Trey Mitchell is 4 points behind Thomas Evans.
This last final step or two.
We have had 6 times pass for finishes already.
So both of these now, it's a battle of getting on the podium. The chance to win has come and gone. But with so many good times from athletes behind them, there's still pressure. They need to fight to the end. Thomas Evans within millimeters of getting that.
It's the bottom little nodules.
Oh, he does it. He finishes.
5 seconds for Trey Mitchell. He went back for some chalk, but he is stopped short 15 inches from the finish.
And look, they have given absolutely everything. What a tournament it's been for Thomas Evans. Trey Mitchell, day one was incredible. Trey giving the okay sign there. That doesn't look like a man that's okay.
Neil Pickup just saying over the PA they're questioning their life decisions.
I think they might be in that moment. Such a brutal show. They've given everything they have. We've seen some totally wonderful performances from all these athletes, but it's going to come down to our final pairing. Lucas Hatton goes into this pairing 1.5 points ahead of Evan Singleton. But on paper, Evan Singleton is the better of the two athletes. When it comes to this type of event, how much does Lucas Hatton want it?
The time to beat is 37:76. That is the number that hangs because Singleton needs somebody between he and Hatton. Let's go down to Brian as he talks to Trey Mitchell.
All right, guys, I'm here with Trey Mitchell, finishing up this contest, man. You came in big, you came in strong, and I truly believe you put that on display. How are you feeling, buddy?
You know, a little disappointed in my performance coming in day two. Had some equipment failure, some little injuries, but I'm never gonna pull out. I'm never gonna not give it my all, Brian.
No, I know that, and all of these fans know that without a doubt. I'll tell you what, you had some moments in this contest, man, people are gonna remember for a very long time. How do you feel finishing up? How do you feel? What's your overall thoughts?
I can't be disappointed and give it my all, Brian, you know? Like, that's all you can do coming into strongman, is give it your full energy, all your heart. It's the sport I love.
Give it up for Trey Mitchell. And this man right here, Thomas Evans, I tell you what, buddy, you just went to the well and you found it when you needed to finish that event. Awesome, absolutely awesome, man. Give it up for him. He is still trying to catch his breath. So what I will say, man, is everybody's proud of you. Everybody, you should be proud of yourself, without a doubt. I want to know from you, man, how do you feel at this moment? I know there's still a lot on the line, and you're going to be anticipating what's coming up in these next two, in this next heat, but I'll tell you what, man, you went out with a bang. Tell me your thoughts.
We left it all out there, and whatever happens to this point. Super honored to be part of this group. Just really humbled, really humbled. Thank you, guys.
Well, I'm gonna let you go back, get some rest, man, and we will see where you finish up, Tom. Give it up for Thomas Evans.
Well, if you ever wanted to know how much this can take out of you.
Yeah, I mean, two incredible athletes there. Thomas Evans has absolutely nothing left. He has given his soul to this competition.
Who will be the strongest man on earth? $80 seconds was Evans' time. So Hatton and Singleton need to beat 80 seconds to stay above Thomas Evans. He has 80 points and he finished in 80 seconds. But for these two gentlemen, Lucas Hatton and Evan Singleton, Hatton needs to beat Singleton. That's the easiest route. Singleton, if he beats Hatton, needs to put one person in between them on the leaderboard.
Absolutely.
Pressure.
Yeah, there's pressure. There is a lot of pressure. As I said earlier, Evan Singleton is the favorite on this event, but he needs other people to get between him and Lucas Hatton. Lucas Hatton needs the performance of his life on this event, Joel.
We will have a new strongest man on earth and a first-time strongest man on earth. And a handshake. Hatton said this was the first time on this stage he's ever felt like he had a chance to win. Singleton said he did not come here to lose. Laz, who has the advantage?
Oh, this is a tough one. On any normal day, I would say Evan Singleton, but this is the very final event. The pressure is on. Good luck to both men.
Blue Arena is on its feet here in Colorado. And we're off.
And Lucas Hatton moving well, the quicker of the two athletes on this first object.
Making quick work of the near 400-pound oil rig parts, and now it is off to the power stairs.
Evan Singleton a step ahead.
Hatton made it onto the podium last year on the power stairs, but Singleton has the edge. 37.76 is the time to beat.
I don't think he's going to beat Maxime's time, so what's going to happen now? Evan Singleton needs to get the win, and then we go down to what's happening.
Maxime's time may factor in. Maxime's time has come and gone. Here comes Singleton to the top stair. Yes! Does Hatton get in time? Too much time is ticking off! The T-Rex may reign!
Lucas gets the finish, but is it enough? We wait. Two incredible athletes there, Joel. Evan did what he needed to do. But was Lucas's time close enough?
Hatton finished right around the 48 mark. Bryce Johnson finished at 48.76. This will come down to decimal points.
What a finish. Total exhaustion. Evan Singleton sat on that step. Lucas Hatton bent over, gasping for air. They've both given absolutely everything. Evan did what he needed to do. He took the head-to-head win. But we have to wait and see what time Lucas Hatton got. One of these men is your champion.
All right, let's check in with the T-Rex. He's with Brian Shaw.
Lucas, stay here, man, stay here. Evan Singleton, you came out, you performed when it mattered. We're gonna check the points to make sure, but I would say that you did pretty well in that event. How are you feeling, man?
Exhausted.
Well, I'll tell you what, you are allowed to be exhausted, man. You came out on day 2, you performed, you delivered, you brought the energy. Most of all, you brought the power and strength needed. And we're gonna wait, like I said, for the points, man, but I want your overall thoughts. I want your thoughts in this moment. You're on top of these power stairs. You're in front of this amazing crowd. What's going through your head?
God, I hope that was enough to win. This is by far the hardest competition of the year. We're all hurting, beat up, battered, bruised, and some of us are even bleeding. But seriously, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
Well, I tell you what, brother, these are the moments in strongman that you train for. This is what all the hard work, all the dedication, all the sacrifice, all of the work behind closed doors that everybody doesn't get to see. This is what it's about right now, man. And I know if I can get a confirmation at some point here, if you earn this title, man, that this is what it's all about for you, man. This is huge. The stage does not get any bigger. Okay, we're gonna go to break. We're gonna come back, and then we're gonna get a confirmation. We just want to make sure before we make an announcement, we need to be sure, man. So in third place, we have got Mr. Thomas Evans.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Evans is your third place finisher here at the Strongest Man on Earth 2025. Newark, Delaware is a home of Thomas Evans, and he will take the third place spot on the podium here in the Blue Arena. Evans, so impressive throughout this weekend. Third place finish. A tremendous performance from Thomas Evans. All smiles, and he will be getting that third place trophy here at the Strongest Man on Earth, presented by Shore Classic.
Give that man a round of applause.
Ladies and gentlemen, Thomas Evans, third place.
All right. Here is the moment of truth. In second place, we have got Mr. Lucas Hatton.
Ladies and gentlemen, Lucas Hatton of the United States of America. Hatton was amazing throughout the weekend. The man from Washington was rock strong and numerous event wins. What does he take home? He takes home the new American max log record. He also will take the second place spot here at the Strongest Man on Earth. Lucas Hatton, super popular athlete over the weekend. A man who underlines raw top-end strength, and a big smile on the face of Lucas Hatton. Ladies and gentlemen, he gets the runner-up spot here.
That leaves one man. And that man is your 2025 Strongest Man on Earth, Mr. Evan Singleton.
Ladies and gentlemen, the T-Rex, Evan Singleton is the Strongest Man on Earth 2025. The crowd goes nuts and Singleton is away, shaking hands and kissing babies here in the Blue Arena. Evan the T-Rex Singleton is the Strongest Man on Earth 2025. So hard, he's worked for this. He said he came in ready and he backed up the talk. Brian, you said before this, if he comes in the right frame of mind, he could be a threat for the title, and he was just that.
He was absolutely that. He performed. He's walking away with the Strongest Man on Earth title. Incredible.
Ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Strongest Man on Earth is Evan the T-Rex Singleton of the United States of America. Nashville, Tennessee's own T-Rex. One of the most beautiful trophies in the world awarded to him here. And the Rex lifts the title. What a performance. Ladies and gentlemen, your podium, Tom Evans, Lucas Hatton, and the 2025 Strongest Man on Earth is Evan the T-Rex Singleton.